Wait, cheeseburgers!
Escalera!
Burger?
Oh!
Hi, okay.
Merry
Let us
Chrysler.
continue!
We're gonna start.
Guys, it's Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas
TV. One more hour. No, me and Ducky still have like an hour left.
Oh yeah, we're starting the class trial.
Are we?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mr. Clouds.
I'm not ready. I'm playing Mario Land. Who even got murdered? Oh, never mind.
Oh. Oh, is everyone ready to what? Finally 7 flow. Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Token's not here.
And Toko is...
You really don't remember? I mean, I'm
Who
fine.
is Toko, by the way? I don't remember.
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job?
Oh,
It's a critical part
okay,
of the
I
class
remember.
trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Kidoki, I'll go ahead and drag her out of here. I can't get discreet in one moment, please.
We're just like
And Solomon didn't want to. But he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible.
Phew.
Now everybody's right. Even hustle into the elevator. Now let's get this show on the road.
Objection! Phoenix is showing the party.
See you guys down there.
Let's go.
No, we're not allowed to have Phoenix here. He's
No.
gonna eat more tea bags.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro.
so calm. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. Oh my god.
Maddie is laughing. Yuri's the murderer again.
Just because I kill people.
It's true.
Just because I killed him before we got into the school doesn't mean I'm the murderer this time.
Oh my gosh, guys!
Gosh!
The elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a grip on my or a head on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. I'm.
It's late. It's fine.
It came to a sudden stop.
Your pizza's ready. Decorated. Yeah, you decorated it. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting?
Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very nice.
Good. We're ready to go. I gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
thrills, chills, kills.
Everyone, please find your assigned seats.
deception, a deadly betrayal, deadly riddle, deadly defense, and deadly fate.
I'm off with the deadly.
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 Everything's so
Deadly fam.
No more
Deadly
deadly,
save.
only diddly.
Deadly save. Deadly load. Deadly chapter 2.
Do I even have any skills?
Yes.
You mean the skill of failing to get skills? Maddie, don't you mean the skills of failing to get skills?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's get this going. Let's begin with a basic explanation of the
Alright,
class
Judge
trial.
Monokuma here.
So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Graduate.
Okay then. So, first off,
Let's
talk about the murder weapon!
It was me. I was the murder weapon.
Somebody just picked up Ducky and just chucked him out.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
Ducky, if you were the murder weapon, wouldn't that make you the murderer too?
The killer used a blunt instrument. What?
It's technically your body delivered the killing blow.
Chihiro.
Wait, what? I thought you had the...
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument.
What happened? I thought that was right.
Blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting.
No, that's wrong.
That certainly would make for.
Why didn't that work?
Chihiro's. It appears it. According to the Monokuma file, what kind of?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Objection! You know the game gave you a handicap right there
Can we
because it
agree
was
that the object
passed.
that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
Kirigi's like, yeah, I tasted
If
it
you
too.
don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite
the
clear.
Byakuya Togami.
For real?
The esteemed Byakuya.
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
And no, but that is not some debates. Would you like to hear more?
I thought you said elevator.
It's time for another tutorial! Yay! For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your true bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles to the debate.
That's
but
dumb.
but there's a way to keep these white noises from getting in your way. And you become the ultimate hitman and attach a silencer to your gun, and which you can use to shoot down the white noise. Which is kind of funny because the guns you use is a revolver, so it's weird to attach the Anyways, we're going off topic. However, if you shoot an actual remark, you will silence instead of the white noise. The time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out.
Bang, bang.
Oh, but if your accent's difficult is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all, because you're a chump. In case you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Oh, make sure you're always having fun. Well, good luck. Have the funnest of fun.
Oh, but fun is stupid.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
What the fuck? Okay, Fumi.
The culprit is
We've already
Genocide
mentioned
Jack.
it like 20 times.
Sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on.
I did drugs.
There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of...
Why didn't it
I don't know
work?
who that is!
I don't know who
The
that is!
culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's
Case
impossible.
closed, as far as I'm concerned.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Are you denying the esteemed Togami
Hey,
is?
so, speaking... I don't know who that is!
You suck.
Why don't you
The
shoot
culprit is Genocide
the thing?
Jack. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
Not that one.
That's impossible.
Why? What?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
There you go.
No, it's wrong!
Just like your gaming skill.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
Ducky got him.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What?
Top
That's kind of
secret.
weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably
meme's
more
sake.
trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it
Says the
outlines all
esteemed
specifics of
Togami.
every Genocide Jack case in
Says the
exceeding
esteemed.
detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No.
Boobla.
It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other
Dumbass.
characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Oh
Never made public?
boobla.
What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell
Ducky,
them,
you're one
Victoria?
with Ifumi, remember? So that means you're coming
Damn.
to
Just like SpongeBob.
Blue SpongeBob. SpongeBob! Oh!
How the victim was
got it.
positioned.
Apparently,
I got it!
in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer
And
I
the
can
great
think of.
Togami.
It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity.
So it was
is
you.
Toko Fukawa.
Says it. It's Toko.
I don't know. I don't believe that. It's like too obvious.
Hey, okay, wait.
So
hold
it
on a
was
second.
your.
Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man,
Yes and
why is this
no.
gotta be so complicated?
Oh, it's time for big brain time. Just shoot the pew pews. Miss. It's S. I was right. Probably I. Or C.
There's already an I in there.
It's C.
Schizo.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay.
Which was not
But
the
still,
word that we
you
used.
say that about
in the
Mr.
Hangman's
Kawa
Cap.
is
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
It's perfectly acceptable because she was acting hellish.
Her behavior changed.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she
Wow.
saw Chihiro's corpse.
You
and
figured
then,
it out.
When she woke up,
I knew I purchased you for some reason.
Whoa, it's a pony. Me.
You must have hurt your head real hard when she fainted.
Me. No. Me.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
That was great, Yuri.
Go assigning adjectives to my
Thank you.
tone without permission.
not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Me.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous
I thought that said
fiend
moist
lived
for a
within her,
second.
and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that
Because
trepidation
I'm
is
big
what's caused
brain.
her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never
Why would she
said that,
promise us
but
something like
you
that?
weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I I tried! I swear I tried to control it!
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you!
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean...
Shoot him.
Huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Yo, listen up. Here's the story.
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What the heck?
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna
the
do?
actual fuck?
I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide!
Yeah, what's with the man that
Or better
came down
yet, let's
there?
go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
I love that last sentence.
Like they say, sound in
But
murderous mind, sound in
even I can
murderous
tell
body.
that, and I'm high.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
No, it's Genocide Jill.
This is
Wait,
Sparta.
Miss Jack,
What?
Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Why did it...
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Why did she
Well,
do
I'll
a
tell
comedian
you,
act?
I am the mastermind of all
Then-
masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live
Seriously,
is to
she should have
hurt
did
other
stand-up
people.
comedy.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is
Obviously.
responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive. so there should
Obviously,
be no
she
doubt.
killed him.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
other guy who's
Do you
the
really expect
mastermind.
any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Make your argument.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up.
You
killed
failed me for the last time. You will failed me for the last
You
time.
say that, but do you really expect...
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare your past murders, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong! Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then,
I can't tell, I'm high.
let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to
Like
a fancy
they see the
Italian
turkey.
restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
Now Maddie's
There are
even
two
more
clear
demonetized than
differences
before.
between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Oh, I know. Pick me.
She's hella
Is
it's the fatal
I don't
engine.
know this one.
I got it! For one,
I thought we
death
were
is
going in a different direction with the way the
in the
body was
Genocide
hung.
Jack murders,
'Cause
all
these
the
have
Ducky's like,
scissors,
killed the same
and then
way.
there was rope for this
According
one.
to the case file, they were all
Ducky's
apparently
like,
killed with
can I phone the
a
friend?
pair of scissors.
I thought I knew
Chihiro
it, but the
died
option
from a blow
wasn't
to the
there.
head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right.
It's
In
the
my
way it was
recipe of
suspended with
murder,
the rope.
The bloody message is the tortellini. Then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing
Man, I'm
people
getting
to
hungry.
cooking?
So,
But it's
I'm getting
the
hungry.
difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
It's the rope! I know this one! For real this time! It's how it was suspended.
It's
I
it's
think-
what was used. It's what was used.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Do
With
you
the rope and
remember
the
what the
scissors.
killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's
Big Mac?
wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
I want,
Huh?
My
I
word,
want one
you
Big
really
Mac,
didn't notice?
2 Big
Take
Macs,
a look at who
3
the
Big
victims
Macs.
were in each
Big Mac's
Genocide
my
Jack
nickname.
case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
They were all men. It was a girl.
I got it!
Because she was a lamb
Is it
whammy.
because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack
hi.
cases, all the victims had something in common.
They all had weird names.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-blood fan!
Why do you know the term for that?
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, You wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would
Yeah, you're the one who
kill for a
killed you.
reason as petty as mere survival.
Did you just
and
insult
if
the
some fluke I
esteemed
did kill
Togami?
to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any
She uses her own.
I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
She's fully equipped!
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong!
I have my trusty scissors by my side!
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the
Yes.
body really was suspended, right? And
Yes,
nobody but
yes,
the
she
police
can.
knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we
Except
figured it had
for
to be
that
the real
one
deal, and not some
douchebag in the
copycat
corner
killer
who thinks
or
he knows
whatever.
everything.
Are you insulting the great Togami?
Yes, and you will die because you're a douchebag.
Ugh,
I know this one.
how dare you?
It's the dead person!
It's
Why
Chihiro
can't you
herself.
choose the dead people? That's such a
Here's
fun.
my answer.
Fun. That's what all it is.
Byakuya,
Fun.
it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Yes.
Then the reason he pushed the theory of
Yes!
genocide
Yes,
Jack
I am.
being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene
No.
to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking
Ever
back
since
and
you asked for
thinking
help.
about it now,
Ever
the
since
way
I
you were
purchased
acting
you.
right before we discovered the body was a little strange. You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy,
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the
How would you
girls'
know?
locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
on the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
How would he know?
No, not truth flashback. Next, we're going to add something called truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot, you can hold down the Y button. Excuse me. Then you memorize that weak spot. The memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single shot. The shooter came to people and was scared of the shoot scene. However, you can use his flashback to use many times he wants. He seemed to have the guts to rely on his truthful way. It might be why it's the first way to reach by using the scene. Once he gets the flashback, well, he'll separate from the rest. In this case, though, I will say that if he gets the flashback, he won't be shooting anything. Well, the picking
Hold down the Y button, but I don't know
Oh
what
my
it is.
goodness! Yes, I
So,
forgot.
you said
I forgot I was
Byakuya
tutorial
acting
guy. I
kinda
should have read
weird
that.
before we found the body. But he was acting weird. How?
Well, if you would have read the tutorial a little bit, you would have remembered.
You absolutely take it! That's a natural
No.
reaction for any guy!
The victim
Not
was
true.
Chihiro, who was a girl. So of
How'd
course
you
I
know?
would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
I think the Chihiro.
The Chihiro
Oh, it's
was
the
a
weak
girl.
point.
How would he know if they didn't discover the body?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird.
That's the one you gotta do the
But
scan
he was
on.
acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity
I think
to check
it's
out the
which one's the
girls'
shoot
locker
button?
room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a... So of course I would
Suggest we. There was no time. What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Why don't you look at? Why don't the narrator says? Why don't you look at the help?
You said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Oh, you figured it
But he
out.
was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong! I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to
Exactly.
the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
Because you're.
What's the matter? You're
Why
not
would I
finished
care?
already,
You're
are
a
you?
peasant.
There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Joe.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong! Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. It's totally calm. Totally unconcerned. If he's not even.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
I know
Yes,
that's what happened.
So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still,
Did I not know
there's
it
something
all
that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Chotomate. What was that just now? Something. What does that mean? You really just. This is true. Why? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said.
The scene of the crime.
Yes?
Yes, the locker rooms were switched.
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Post does.
When the story started, that the actual scene of the crime could have been.
Hey! Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Posters, damn it! The posters! Yeah, maybe.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
Specifically,
why would the girls' locker room have a poster like
specifically a big boob
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you? While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
Stain crept away.
The stain was actually in the boys' locker room.
I got it! The stain on the
got
girls'
it.
locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did
You're
have
wrong.
a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done
Shut
it.
up.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook!
No.
She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
I think you had to use the
No, I don't
on that
think that's
page.
it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
No, I
But
don't
why?
think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one.
Or stealing.
In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She
No.
used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook! The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring!
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It
No.
seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Wait.
Chihiro's killed in the girl's locker room. Byakuya's the one who did it. Still, I don't know what else I can
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So,
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
what?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait! Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Huh? For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Before I even knew it was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. Headed off for Kyoko to lead. Where she took us was...
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time. Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
That's sexism!
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
We got it.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What?
What is it?
That's right.
Not possible.
It's a penis.
It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes are staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form, her massive frame trembling.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy!
Exactly.
I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact. What?
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Ben, it's really true?
Just a break. The camera's right there.
A guy? Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
You're a cheater. Shut up,
He
Monokuma.
was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy. And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room, And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still
Okay,
think
don't
you're
see
the
that.
killer, remember?
Everyone, we're taking
Very
the brain
interesting.
bath tomorrow.
He's off in his own
We've got to
little
scrub our
world.
brains off.
What about
I have
you,
to put
Makoto?
mine in lava.
After everything we've learned, do
No,
you still
that
think
would
Byakuya is
actually
the killer?
kill you.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it
Shut
as
up!
correct?
He's right.
When does this guy get
I
murdered?
am not the culprit.
I
just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you
Byakuya is eternal.
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto.
Are we gonna pull a
If there's
360?
any doubt whatsoever, we
I
need to
hope that's
explore
not the
every
case.
possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn
Where is there
straight.
to go?
Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
We can go
Of course
everywhere.
I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
I got it!
Oh shit! Is it Weed Guy?
What? I'm too high to kill people.
I feel like he's being too much of a sheeple. It has to be Weed Guy.
Did you
Isn't
say
there a
weed
single
guy?
clue
Oh,
that
no,
might
weed
lead us
guy.
to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
You're
Who
bad
saw
at the
victim?
game!
The killer. And only the
I
killer.
will. I'll play on
And it's
console.
not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man.
Ducky
Game
will
over.
win.
Yeah! No! Not game over!
Anything but that!
Isn't there
That's
a
the one
single
thing
clue
that really riles
Nobody get
Ifumi
a
up.
sure if someone saw the killer. Perhaps someone saw the victim at some.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Shoot! Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it? Shoot!
Garbage.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
No, I'm not. I'm not the one failing right now.
Nobody get. I'm sure if someone saw the. Perhaps someone saw the victim at.
Yeah.
Does it look like
All we need right
I
now
have
is
any way to
It's
play?
over. You want to know who saw the killer? And only
Exactly.
the killer.
No, that's wrong. I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Don't know whether to play this off funny or actually read it.
This is a flashback. No one cares about flashbacks.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the
Oh
killer?
shit, I guess I just
Think
know who the
back to
killer is.
track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps.
Yes.
Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
It was blue with a white stripe.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Wait a minute.
No, that's wrong.
Wait a minute.
You can't share a single
Hold on
tracksuit.
a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said... She never said
Never
anything
mentioned
about
color.
the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you...
What? It was him? It wasn't Weed
Hey,
Guy?
Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact,
Green. No, I'm
was
colorblind.
blue?
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
No, not
I'm sure he saw the
Mondo.
clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it.
Not the brotherly
Bag and
bond.
clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
The only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility. Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
Yeah, but it was sticking out.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew he did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why?
Cheater!
What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Sus.
The way he talked. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
It's the way
It
he
was
talks.
maybe you only call guys dude. For girls,
Oh,
it's chick.
it was?
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
No. I'm not the
Murder!
frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
No.
I didn't kill anyone!
Nice.
You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
We were just feeding you alphabet soup. Calm
We
down.
would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
I wish I could
It's
agree.
true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, Weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Wait, you had evidence?
You know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, did your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then...
I pissed my pants.
Here it is.
What do you have there?
I took a tickle.
Happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Chihiro's. It's Chihiro's.
I got it!
Yeah.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine
Because,
the culprit
oh,
to get rid of
I
evidence
knew it
after
had
the
something
murder.
to do with the machine gun. The machine gun
odd.
broke it. It had to.
The handbook.
That's what Weedman heard. Weedman heard it.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet,
Like a machine
this
gun.
one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then...
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
It's Joe.
Me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But
You just tell the handbook that you know who Jill is and it breaks.
That would be very
It cannot comprehend the knowledge.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Which is the hot bullets from the freaking machine gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You found the handbook laying on the floor of the
No!
The temperature in the sauna can reach
What was
over
the noise
200
Weedman heard?
degrees.
I need to know.
Strange how you don't get burnt, huh?
Where does the machine gun come into
Because
play?
as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling
Dude,
layer of air
Hey.
around your skin. If the
It
hot
comes
air of
in
the
the
sauna
play
were
in the,
somehow
episode-
pushed directly onto your skin, you'd
It comes into
definitely
play
get
in-
fried. That
in
layer
the
of
actually
air
the
would
anime
float
version
away.
of the
That's why you may
the
feel a burning when you
Take
move
It Rapid
around.
3.
So
That's
when
actually
you're
where
in
it
a
comes to
sauna,
play, Ducky.
Make sure to keep nice
That's
and
not this
still.
game!
I know, it's the third
I learned
anime.
one new fact today.
That is
Oh,
a
what did
mere trifling
Weedman
speck of
know? He
knowledge.
said he heard something wrong
Anyway,
with construction. I thought it was a machine
handbook
gun.
in the sauna, then
It
the
was a
killer must have
machine
been
gun.
purposely trying to raise its
Then why
temperature in
doesn't
order
it
to
come into
break it.
play?
Meaning the culprit somehow
because
knew its weakness.
It was
But how did
not.
we find out?
It was a
Monokuma
machine
said
gun
he
on the
didn't tell
second floor.
anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite a mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
Ducky, I'll tell
What if
you
the
after the
killer took
stream
their
because
own
I don't want
handbook into the
for
sauna,
if
not
anyone
knowing
wants
its
to watch
weakness,
the end.
and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Mondo.
It was Taka.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Joe is the proof.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that
I actually think it's the broken e-handbook.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
That's not true. He's killed people. I don't think that's true, but he's a band. He's in a band. He plays loud music.
If Mondo, then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh yeah, he did punch you at the start.
No, that's wrong.
and he almost got blew to bits by Monokuma.
The handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's. Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that
Turn
violate
it
the
on.
school regulation
Turn
that says
it
loaning
on.
your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule
he's
about
dead.
loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear,
Comic time.
and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
What's the buttons to move the thing side to side?
Maddie's trying so hard.
Maddie, maybe you have to put
Don't worry, you have 19 minutes to do it.
Maddie, you can always look at the help button.
But what's the help button?
Exactly. Hold up. Controls.
Look, if you can figure out the control button, you can move. Well, now you can move. You figured out the control button.
She figured out the wrong one. She's got to do the other one.
Well, I mean, if you put in the other things, they will autofill in, right? So.
Yeah.
So which would LB? Oh wait, no. One of that pink door's supposed to be the boys' room because we're going for Chihiro. And she probably scanned. It probably was the handbook scan first.
I did it, y'all.
Which button was it?
Then it was probably the scan. Yeah. Yeah. No. No, it wouldn't be that.
No.
It was probably that one. I think it was that one. It was taking down the poster.
Yeah. Opening the door.
The turning the doorknob would be after the. No, the pink door would be first, and then it would be turning the doorknob. Oh, he was holding the cord. And then he painted the name thing. Enters the sauna, and then that's the other one. No, that's the last. That's the last one. We need the one that she enters the sauna. I mean, he enters the sauna.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
What? Oh yeah, that's the that's supposed to be the poster getting the blood splattered. The zoom in on the face.
Here's exactly
Hey,
what
and that's Son.
and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Oh, that's wrong. It's the putting up the poster. That's what that one is.
The killer is you! After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Well, what point does this have?
It's the entering the sauna. No, not the doorknob. That one.
We're fine. We're fine. We have one heart left.
What do you mean? It's a half a heart. Half a heart window.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Wait! No!
What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
A new element has been added to the truth pool time battles. Would you like to hear? Absolutely. You better pick absolutely. And let's talk about the fever time and nigga time. And during the bullet time battle, if you press the RB button, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss because you're big brain. So you could just put AY, AAY, however or you want, destroy the opponents verbally, insult. But it only lasts until the focus gauge runs. So make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to a special time and right, because that'd be stupid. We also prepared something called Mega Time. We didn't use the word mega because of copyright reasons and because it's negative to you. If you opponent activates Mega Time during the bullet time battle, your tempo markers will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm.
Shut up.
Try again. And if you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know. Oh, what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use Nigga Time because you're a simp. Well, good luck. Have fun, you chump.
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! You're corrupt!
You suck!
It gave you like 5 more because you them up.
Wait, they said it was Makoto? What the fuck?
I refuse to give up yet.
Alright guys, everybody knows Makoto's the murderer, so let's vote him. What?
That doesn't make any fucking sense. There's no point in the trial where they thought it was him.
You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence!
You should use the super special move when they do Mega.
Yeah, I love how Taka has more credibility than Makoto, even though he hasn't done a single thing.
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! some evidence. I won't listen! False! You're corrupt! Show me some evidence!
Pew!
This should prove it.
He just has a stroke.
Thinking so far is right. Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
A B. Final result B. I love how you got all A's, but
Bro! What are you saying?
bro,
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for.
Murder!
Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
how does when they yank the lever? How does Monokuma know that they're voting for a person? They don't press a button.
When it's like a car lever. You gotta put the lever in the right position.
Oh, this looks like you got it right again. This is so black and cute that Hiro Saki was underwater.
Bum bum bum.
Dut dut dut.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not anonymous.
Unanimous.
If I could choose wrong answer. Pretending you did it. You did.
You're treading very close to the danger zone. Highway to the danger zone. Ducky.
I refuse to believe it. I forgot I voiced him for a second. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
No
I'm
way.
inhaling all of it.
What is this?
I'm
Why
inhaling
are
all
you
the
apologizing? Why? Why did you do it?
I was high.
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mundo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain his behalf.
Actually,
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can just hit the B button to fast forward, but you don't have a B button.
Breaking the fourth wall! Breaking the fourth wall! That's illegal!
It's even more despair-filled that they actually give you an option.
Once was a young boy, and his name was the hero for Sasaki.
I'm so hungry because I'm gonna be laughing.
He had an extreme inferiority his own accidents of strength. So, you're so weak even though you're a boy. Nerd. He heard things like the law as he could remember. He couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into weakness. To take on the fragile form of a petite young girl Well, it was me. He had chosen me at this way.
Now nobody will be able to say anything about, even though you were a boy.
No matter what, how he wrapped himself up in that shell. Break this. Already taken root deep inside of him. It was not something breathed out. It turned out the shell was completely empty. It didn't disappear. It's only getting stronger and stronger.
Weak.
Weak.
Man, this should be a chant. This should be a chant. Weak.
The killing him has begun here at the school. He had no choice but to accept his fate. Throughout this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive.
73011.
Yeah. Then the lovely and hateful Monokuma
What was it with your son?
all the embarrassing secrets. Which of course included Hero's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to. Even though he dressed like a girl, Chihiro was actually a boy.
Hey,
Bum bum.
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The heart of the shell would crack, armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured out he'd be entrusted into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet,
I'm sorry.
you mean me?
But
Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
that's right.
That's my
I
chance.
want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Stronger enough that even when someone says, wait, what? Even so that when people, oh my god.
Even though you're me.
I wonder what Mondo's secret was.
At the front of his mind, he resolved to take this into action. So, I can do English. That day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retain his mind and body. Sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
He decided to start exercising and thought it would be a good idea to ask for someone's help. He wanted to tell the person the secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And that person went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Dio.
Sure was!
So Waldo.
The big fella had been painfully cleared out how important his manly promise were. What was that voice crack? Hero probably figured that even if he could not confide in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret.
Uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of strong man that Chihiro was always aspired to.
Yeah, so way to rub it in.
Maybe talking to Mondo about it would help me give me some courage.
Put salt in the wound.
And ask, what?
What?
Wait. That's. I don't think that's supposed
Wait a
to be the
minute.
right name. Hold up.
You went and asked Mondo to help him become stronger. That threw me off. That was inspiration. We thought there was only Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to.
Correct.
So that must be why Mondo did what he did to keep the promise he made to
Oh, that makes sense.
Indeed.
Yes, that's what exactly I mean. What I
Ducky.
Oh shit! I forgot. I have to read. Wasn't that to cover up what he done?
Certainly.
But how does moving the body keep a secret?
Because
Dot.
Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why'd you do it?
Because I was hella sus. Dot. Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad.
Monokuma, give up the juicy juice.
Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone.
You're wrong!
It's impossible!
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of foolery. Even if you can't comprehend, and obviously he can. That's all there is to it.
Oh, while we're on the subject, Widow, I tell you,
Spill the juiciness.
Adam finished the most memory. The secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother.
Damn, I knew he murdered someone.
Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the slums and riffraffs across the countries tremble. Whoa. The only reason he had a chance to join the gang in the first place was because he concerned someone.
Fat.
Mondo's older brother was named, I'm gonna butcher that, Owada.
Va. Call Va for sure.
Mondo had nothing to Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Yep. And Mondo never got on a motorcycle. Vroom vroom. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect.
Dude, he's pretty bad at driving a motorcycle. How did he not kill himself? The fuck? You see how much he's skating side to side? He should fall off right now.
That's like Maddie's driving. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
What you doing? It looks like Mondo's like Naruto running after him.
He wanted to up to his big brother, so he then himself do anything he did. Mondo is I'm the kid brother. My brother. All the brother had put together in a local motorcycle gang. Yes.
A local motorcycle.
Please.
I'll read it.
No, that's it. Spacecraft reading. You're bad.
The older brother. How about you want to do the world fighting in the beginning? Everything. Me. Everything. And gravy. But when Mondo started thinking about how he'd have to take over the game from his brother someday, his brother greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. I can never tell story times this long. Maddie's not around to read my voice.
The kid's gonna take. Va.
Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers all over the members of the gang. Which is why
I just...
Gotta get stronger. Stronger than Va. Die. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. Va!
And on that night, his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him on a straight race. Va! But during the race, Tracy Carbon in the background.
Wait, Crazy Diamond? Is that a JoJo's reference?
The kid's brother pushed ahead and recklessly abandoned heading for the victory and dashed into oncoming traffic. Suddenly,
Everything ended. No! What? No!
Laying in his brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words.
I fucking hate you.
My bad.
Of course,
No,
he knew
but
it was his brother's
why?
fault, but Daya never blamed him for tragedy.
Hey kid, the rest of it's up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep if the gang together. Cause the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men.
Bum bum bum.
He decided to hide the truth of what happened from anyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that is his known weakness that had occurred the accident. Can you stop?
I mean,
as a result,
while Mondo was technically an idiot, he didn't kill his brother.
the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who. Yup. Big brother. I was gonna lose his kid brother. So he got stupid and got himself killed.
Poor Vat.
To give the explanation of what happened, Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to leave the team so badly he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
I'm strong. Strong.
Yet... As soon as our killing game began, he realized. I have hiccups. No matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely April Monokuma revealed the embarrassing secrets. Then, at that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on a secret. Wow. Mondo killed his own older brother!
More like got him killed, honestly.
No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me, my brother, had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it would have been for nothing. So that's why. That's why I... After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled with kind of fuzzy uneasy that it just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before.
I
didn't know what to do about it. So I killed someone. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety.
Betty,
That
no!
was down in my stomach. And it was right around then. Chihiro had asked me to start working out. And right there, he told me a secret.
I'm sorry.
No, this is a flashback. No, you have to read this one because this is new information.
Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Cause I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, it would.
But
You're right, but
I want to change.
I want to change. I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever.
His wor- his words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I've been living myself.
I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
That. So what you're saying is I should just say it.
What? What?
So you're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret.
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try to overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What? What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking strong with me right now?
No.
Yeah, I'm fucking strong with you right now.
One of you really are strong, Mondo.
I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head.
It's like the gears in his brain starts moving. He's never used his head before.
What? what did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? I was supposed to just sit back and let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to
No, I really just wanted to admire you. Admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
What's
And
wrong with
stronger than Die! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up, again, he was laying at my feet covered in blood. Blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him down on the ground.
Hey!
I
killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
What you wait?
Look at him! You see? Oh, just like him. For a secret from the past. For a memory. That he killed another living human in cold blood.
Because it was like, phew, good thing I did him.
From the regrets from the outside world.
Yeah, good thing no one knows I peed myself since 5th grade.
The heck? Do you see hope anywhere in there? I sure
Oh shit,
can.
did I say that out loud?
You bastard! Shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, say that I...
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. is what I want to say. But unfortunately, I cannot do that right now because the time is for punishing is fast approaching.
A new enemy has approached.
Kid me.
You mean execution?
Well now, well now, well now,
What
well
else am I
now.
talking about? That's what I promised you, right? The blacking that disturbs the peace will be banished.
Ridiculous.
Well, hold on.
Now then,
We can
I
look at
prepared
you
a
here.
very special punishment.
For Mano, the ultimate biker gang leader.
No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got.
And we got
It's
punishment
I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the
Sorry,
promise we
man.
made. From one man to another.
As sad as this one is, this is my favorite execution. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Circus ball. Gone. Reduced to atoms.
Red.
Two times the fat.
You got to love my brother.
That was very gruesome. That was kind of funny.
Ducky, that's why this is my favorite of the.
Really?
Can't be. My brother in spirit.
He's now brother.
I will eat his butter, spoon by spoon, in honor. What he said?
Hey, if you eat the Mondo brother,
Eat the Mondo butter and you go insane.
He's not
very
my-
tasty.
no, I meant to say if you eat the butter, does that make you a cannibalism?
No. It does not make you a cannibalism. It makes you a cannibalist.
Yes, I don't know why I said cannibalism.
It does not make you a concept.
Taka's like, what the heck? Taka said, what the heck? I said he's my brother, not my butter.
Come on, man.
What a disappointment. It is the end of the game.
What is this?
You're completely insane. You know that. A game? One of our friends is dead. You do realize
He doesn't consider any of you people. He considers you all objects.
Of course, the esteemed Togami understands that. Because this game is life or death, specifically for Bigakia Togami.
However,
What?
Why?
Because it was fun.
Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting.
Oh, damn!
Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library, as usual. The great insane Byakuya Togami. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is
This
nothing
thing
to be done.
Togami don't agree. He buys.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Continue on the story.
The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mundo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I've seen.
Well,
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Are you fucking insane?
Indeed, the great Byakuya Togami is insane. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would it have been? How boring! Not a great TV extravaganza. I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Who watches that? That would get bad ratings. Bad ratings. Which is why I decided to lend a helping hand. I thought it would liven things up, I would say.
I see.
Yes, of course! My suspicions are confirmed.
But
But man, if we hadn't figured it out, who'd really done it, it would have been, and you would have been dead too, right? And that ain't my high talking. Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. I ain't
Who would have
stupid.
believed you, idiot?
But, I mean, of course. I own you. Thanks to a certain remarkable that I recently purchased, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I know who I purchased. I'll have to watch out for. In other words, who I'll murder.
I will kill the one that I have purchased.
Correct.
Are you satisfied?
Indeed. Hey,
What's this?
I really
I'm
hope
here to
he's the next
purchase
one
you
killed.
two.
I'm up next.
My question is, how the fuck does he prepare them so fast? Like, come on.
Like that?
Yeah, but that's like a day's
You
worth.
know, just
Barely.
punishment, just despair. It's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
what?
I'm not over-exaggerating.
Yes, you are.
Punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you're mean. Mean Monokuma.
Mean? Mean?
What the heck?
Me. But Grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every time this little stupid thing.
Was that a JoJo reference? We've had two.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm gonna stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
I hope you burn.
Ooh, how exciting!
The noble son of a noble family, and truly you understand me. Whew, I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
I really hope Yakuya dies. Like, next.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. I'm intelligent. After all, I have achieved complete victory. You're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. You understand?
In the name of my family.
I will find you and I will kill you.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion, you better pick up what I'm throwing down.
riled up.
Oh, so cool! It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. Trash monster, you.
I would be a better main character. I swear. I swear. Whatever it takes, I will kill you as the main
Actually,
protagonist.
I will be the best main character, as I am the most fit. Look at my figure.
Quiet. I purchased the main character role.
I have every EA DLC. What makes you think you have more money than me? I literally have made infinite DLC purchases from EA.
I'm the Togami family. I own everything.
God damn it!
You have to say it like HE double hockey sticks very thank you much. No! We're gonna continue.
Anyway, like I was saying,
Can we end?
We have to keep going. No. You gotta get to the chapter end. You gotta get to the chapter end. We're gonna keep going.
Let's just get to the chapter end. Let's just get to the chapter end.
Nope. Too bad.
You can't postpone it for another 5 minutes.
No, you can't. Nope. Yes.
I want to speak to your manager.
What was that?
Go do the thing you're gonna do, and you're gonna edit this out. You will edit this out.
God.
We will end it at the chapter's end.
Shut it.
No.
Shut it. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Shut it. We're doing it live. No.
No.
I'm suing.
No, we're going right into it. We're going back into it.